Hey Aphro Kingdom! Today I have another bonus episode for you guys. And as you see, Kai is not with us because if you saw last week's episode, you'll know why. So let me tell you why we're here today. So last week, me and Kaya, we went and did an in-person discussion on the first season of the Black Aphrodite Experience, the B.A.E, which was on finding your passion. And wasn't the stories from my friends amazing? Like, their journeys were so completely different from one another. Like, some were, like, far advanced. And others were, like, just in the beginning of, like, finding interest in something. And then other people's, like, I know exactly where I want to go, but just didn't know when to exactly... Like, when should I actually start? But know that they're going to start soon. Well, if you didn't guess... I have more friends, but they just couldn't come to the in-person episode because we're in a pandemic, and as you see, we ain't had no space to bring everybody I really wanted to come. So in this episode, I have a virtual option, and you're going to meet 6 amazing people, and I know you're just going to love them just like I love them, and they're so different. And I had one male in the other episode where I'm going to have more males in this one. And it's actually made me happy because, like, even though I want this show to show women of color, girls of color, a way through, I want to show that we can work together as male and female in the Black community. So this is the chance where you actually want to see it live. I'm just as hype as you are. If you're not, get hype. But before we even get started, like and subscribe to the channel. But wait. I got to give out a shout out to everybody who already been subscribing, watching the show already. Because, like, 4 months in, and we already got over 1,000 subs. What? I'm hyped, guys. I told you in intro 1 and 2 that this is the show to be. Like, I feel like everybody's gonna be able to get something from it. And thank you if you've been subscribing, you've been watching, or you didn't subscribe yet, but you've been watching the show. This shout out is for you, because without you, like I said before, there would not be no Aphro Kingdom. So thank you all, and tell your friends, tell your family still, because we're just at the beginning. Like, this is only season 1. Season 1, just wait till you get to season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got you. We got different topics that we're going to talk about, and I think you guys going to love them all, and you're going to get a different side of my personality, because as you see, I'm more comfortable in front of this camera than I did in the episode 1. So before my friends tell you guys about their journeys and like what they're working on currently, I want them to introduce themselves first. So here is the clip where they introduce themselves.
My name is Ariel Fowler. I also go by Lanier. I'm a makeup artist located in Maryland. I'm 23 years old, and I am of African American descent.
Hello, this is Nate. So I am a podcast producer, and I'm also a marketing rep for Empowering Life Podcast and Destiny Shaper Incorporated. So that's the first thing I do. Also, I'm a customer service rep and marketing lead at Farmers Insurance. So that's basically what I do in a nutshell. And I'm, 26-year-old black man from PG County, Maryland. So, that's a little bit about who I am and what I do for a living.
Hi, I'm Logan Segovin. I'm 26 years old. I live in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
My name is John West. I am a photographer from the DMV area. I've been shooting for 6 years. I am 25 years old. I am from Bowie, Maryland.
So to introduce myself, my real name is Sean. I'm clearly from Maryland right here. From Maryland, from Laurel, Maryland, the DMV area. And then my racial background is African American, but I'm also Jamaican as well. So you can call me Jamaican. When it comes to like what I do as a career, I've been working for Maryland Parks and Recs for about 10 years now as a shift leader. Yeah, and you know, my primary career is customer service. I took some business classes on how to deal with customers and stuff like that. And, you know, it's a good experience. You know, I'm still, you know, working on becoming a better manager for people, but so far, so good.
My name is Kareen. Some might formerly know me by my social media account handle, which is Rastama, spelled Rasta.ma_. I am the owner of Rastama's Kitchen. Right now, I am currently an entrepreneur. I have different business ventures that I'm a part of, and I am a stay-at-home mom on top of all that. Currently, just like a lot of people right now all over the world, we're just adapting to Corona and just the changes that it brings about for our lives. So I think everybody's at a point now where we're adjusting and we're just trying to survive.
Now that you have gotten a well introduction of my friends, they're now going to share with you which stage they are in when it comes to finding their passion.
I would say I'm definitely at the stage where I have found my passion.
I am just now feeling like my career is taking off. For so many years, I've been stuck, I guess, if you will. Haven't really had a career until literally just now. Started out working all the way back at age 21 with just, you know, little jobs here and there. And so I'm just now getting to the point where I can stack jobs and stack money and, you know, make something for myself. So I would say that right now is just about the time that I'm finding myself getting into my career. So
I would say I am discovering my passion. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I have narrowed it down greatly from when I was younger.
I'm in an advanced stage. I've been doing this for a while, and I believe that I'm in an advanced stage. There is room for improvement, but I believe that I am in a pretty good stage where I am pretty established where I'm at, and I will continue to advance where I'm at in my stage.
Pretty much still in the planning stages. You know, so far I've opened up 3 platforms, expressing my passion. I have wise_living87 as my public Instagram account. I have a YouTube channel, once again, wise_living87. And I have a Facebook group called Smoothie and Holistic Intel. So yeah, primarily I'm at the planning stages, and I know down the road it's going to pick up for me again. I just got to, you know, put more energy into getting this idea in my mind to manifest.
Well, my passion started off as a hobby, and I was put in a position one day where I was not being fulfilled by just going into a job doing the 9 to 5, same old, and there's a lot of factors as to how I really came to a point where I'm like, this is what I want to do. And I think for everyone out there, you really want to find something that you like and then see how you can profit from it. So I'm at a stage right now where I'm all about making money, and the reason why I'm so adamant about it is because we all live in a society where this is how we survive. We need money to pay our bills. We need money to send our kids to the best schools. We need money to survive. We need money to eat, to even afford the basic things in life. We need money for it. So we are put into a position where you can either do what gets you by, or you can do something that gets you by and makes you happy. So for me, I'm at a stage where I am choosing to follow my dreams and turn it into reality.
Throughout season 1 of the Black Aphrodite Experience, the B.A.E, we explored ways on how one is able to find their calling in life. From tuning into the show, which ways have you personally done in order to find your own personal calling in life?
So in season 1, episode 8, you all talked about YouTube and how that's a good revenue to get free lessons on your passion or perfecting your craft. And I definitely did utilize YouTube. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of those tutorials were so helpful and most impactful for me in my specific passion, because I did not have anyone to shadow or anybody to teach me hands-on how to do makeup. So I definitely utilize YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I definitely taught myself.
As for the ways that I've been guided to find my calling, I was actually guided by God. So, pretty easy answer. It was just a matter of timing and going to an open mic that really did it. So that literally is the short and sweet answer to question 3.
Using one of the websites from the earlier episodes, like the careerexplorer.com, that's helped me greatly narrow it down. Just really feeling the questions and answering them fully and honestly has definitely made my search for my passion much, much simpler than just kind of brainstorming randomly.
Ways to find my own callings was people saw the talent and gift that I didn't notice. And, I tapped into that later on. And ways to improve that, I went to school. I from other people that were in the industry for 10 years plus, learning from them, and continue to grow in knowledge of how to find my passion and continue to grow as an entrepreneur.
So personally, like in her video, I forgot the title of it, but I think it's called Finding Your Passion. Personally, what I've done was go to a counselor, a career counselor, maybe 2 years ago. And I had my business plan mapped out. I showed him my Instagram. I showed him all my platforms, my YouTube. And, what he did was tell me, he said, when I decided to go back to school, try to focus on business and marketing. And if I didn't have the aid from the career guide, it would take me longer to find out how to put all those ideas together. So that's really my answer to that, is I went to a career counselor and got help, and they were able to, kind of manifest the classes I would need to take, in order to find my passion. So, yeah.
Really, one of the things that she talks about in episode 1 are different things and things that you can do, especially for the youth, is when you are in school, and I know things are different with COVID, but there's still programs out there, but you want to participate in things that will give you skills that you will need to know how to do the things that you want to do. I believe anybody is capable of being anything that they want to be, but I also feel like people know what they're good at. People know what they like to do, and I don't want I'm a giver, and I feel like the best advice I can give is to not let anybody tell you that the dream or whatever it is that you want to do to make money off of it, to make a living, is not realistic. Don't let anybody tell you that, because it's whatever you make of it. So as far as techniques and things you can do. I feel like it starts from when you are a youth, when you are young. An example for me, I like music, so I participated in performing arts groups where I got a chance to perform on stage and do things that would give me skills that I would need if I were to go that route. I like writing. Secret, but I'll let you guys in on it. If you're tuning in, you'll know that I am writing a book. So I've always loved to write. I've always loved to journal. I've always had a little diary. So I'm making a book soon, and that's going to be profitable. And that's if you like to write. But it's all about, even if you like to do sports, you don't necessarily have to be a football player or the best, and you might be the best, but you can work in a field that deals with sports. So there's all kinds of things you can do, but you have to go out there and find the information. We live in the information technology digital era, so all you got to do is really get on Google and search whatever interests you, and you'll be able to get it. You'll be able to get that information and be on your way to success.
From those methods, what methods did you find to be the most impactful to your journey of finding your passion? And what method that you did try that you found to be the least impactful? And why?
I honestly will have to say all of the methods that you all discussed in season 1 of the Black Aphrodite Experience, they're all impactful. Because it definitely depends on what specifically your passion is. For me, going to the library could definitely be impactful. I personally did not go to the library, but going to the library and reading about different chemicals that go on the skin, or different, like how your skin might react to different products if you combine the two. Like, you can learn a lot at the library, so I feel like that is impactful. Creating a vision board is impactful because you get to visually see where you want to take yourself and how you're going to get there. You get to visually set a plan. I also feel like, I say YouTube is impactful. I feel like...
Well, it's a hard one. Because on the one hand, you could say that social media was most impactful, but on the other hand, you could also say social media was least impactful because of some of the things that took place over time. But if I had to go back and look at it, I would say relearning how to utilize social media to actually turn that into a potential career full time. So I think relearning that is one of the methods that was most helpful in creating the career path that I'm on now.
Definitely the Career Explorer page, and a lot of introspection and thinking while meditating about what I truly want out of life and what I would like to be remembered for.
Least impactful, I would say probably hearing the sidebar comments that weren't really appreciated, or comments that weren't necessary. I believe in transparency, but also I don't, like the sidebar comments that aren't necessarily needed. So that's probably the least impactful things I'll probably say.
One method that I did that she mentioned in the video was go to a gathering of people who may have the same interests as you, a business, a business seminar, or in my case, I was a vendor at my recreational center that I work at. And I wasn't necessarily there to collect money or sell anything to anybody. It was just simply, just getting my word out and simply manifesting. So the fact that I, participated, at the health fair at where I work at, that was very impactful for me, because it was like in my head, and I was able to manifest the whole presentation on whole food smoothies and what I was doing was handing out, recipes and stuff like that, just to kind of, and I would have my, all my platforms on the handouts. At the time, it was my Instagram before I was doing YouTube. So I found that to be most effective simply because, you're manifesting it, and then, for all you know, you may run into somebody that's into making smoothies or whatever, passion that one would have. And then you would jump to the next level. So that to me was impactful. I really don't recall anything. I guess I've never done it before, so I don't want to knock it. But I didn't create a vision board. You know what I mean? I wanted to try that, but I think I was just too lazy to do it. But other than that, like all the things she was mentioning in her episode about that, finding a passion, I've at least tried it once. But once again, for me, it was becoming a vendor, expressing my interest, not necessarily selling anything, but just dropping facts that can help others.
This first episode of her show, there's she's with her sister, and it's just really, really cute with watching you guys interact. So she was going over different methods and ways that contribute to your passions and just manifesting. And I really like the vision board she created. You can see like, it's a vision board. So you post the things that you want to accomplish and things that are inspiring. So like China had up there, like, I think you was trying to get your license. So, and I think, there's just things that you manifest for yourself. And I think that's really motivational. So making vision boards, for me, I'm a goal setter. I like writing. So I'm the type that likes to write things out, and I like to go back and progress I've made. There's just so many things. And you also mentioned how it's important to put yourself out there, like your sister, she can draw. And business wise, there's always graphic designers and business owners that are looking for people to create art for them, cover art or whatever, and if you don't put yourself out there, and I think this is more so for the introverts, where I am an introvert to a certain extent, but I had to learn how to break out of my shyness when it came to doing business, because when it comes to making money, you will sell yourself short if you don't put yourself out there. So I thought that was a really good tip that you mentioned in the Black Aphrodite on that episode.
Outside the methods I mentioned on the show, what ways were you able to find your current interests and career endeavors?
One of the methods that I used outside of what is talked about in the Black Aphrodite Experience, before I figured out that makeup was my passion, one of the stepping stools that I had to go through was definitely, I had a mentor. Because I thought that I wanted to be a TV, radio personality, and I had a mentor. I had someone who allowed me to shadow them as they taught me the ins and outs of that specific career. And I realized when I was sitting there learning everything, I kept getting drawn back to my phone and watching makeup tutorials on Instagram. And I kind of right there knew that was not something that I wanted to do. I didn't want that to be my career, and that was not my passion. And I was like, you know what? Let me finally try doing makeup on other people, because my friends will always tell me like, oh, you're so good at doing makeup. Why don't you do makeup on other people? And I used to be like, no, no. I don't think I have enough patience. Absolutely not. But as I opened my mind, I began to realize I do have enough patience. And it is something that I love doing. I love to make people feel beautiful, and it makes my heart smile. And that's how I realized that doing makeup, being a makeup artist, is my passion.
So for me, it was the open mic scene. That is the one place that was extremely crucial in terms of me figuring out where I'm going to go in the future. And the reason I say that is because the first time I went to an open mic, it was just for pleasure, and I kept going back. But on that one fateful day in 2017, that's when my life would change forever. So because of the open mic scene, that's how I found what my interests were that would actually turn into a calling and future endeavors.
Currently, because I'm not going to college at the moment, those would be it. And even when I was in college, I didn't take advantage of the resources that were given to me because searching for my career path was not exactly on my mind. Through yoga and meditation and a lot of introspection, using a method that I found online to label down the top 25 things that you would and could see yourself doing for the rest of your life, like your passions, and then narrowing that down to the 5 that you truly enjoy or think you would enjoy.
Went to college for about 3.5 years, studied photography. Also used other resources for learning how to do photography, YouTube, read some books, and found some mentors to help me guide myself to photography and learning tips and advice from them to help me improve my photography skills.
Trying to think here. Pretty much I guess through an accident. Through getting injured, breaking my finger. And I don't want to make the story too long, but I had an accident, and I ended up breaking my ring finger. And by the grace of God, they were able to repair it to where it's normal again. I can bend it around, feel stuff. But yeah, it was based on an accident, and I had like a lot of idle time, and one day I just took an interest it just came to my mind, I took an interest in idle food. And to explain what idle food is, because I'm Jamaican, half Jamaican, it's a Rastafarian lifestyle where they're true vegans, meaning like they don't touch no processed foods. I don't think they touch any dairy. They're truly vegans, and they live off the land. Kind of like they call it ground food. But back to what I might have done that she didn't mention would probably be reaching out to other YouTubers. Like watching other YouTubers. Maybe messaging them, like just getting their advice. On how to do a business and how to find your passion. And I got to give a big shout out to Pharaoh Said That. That's his real name. Pharaoh Said That. He had a live and he was talking about, how to run a business, how to start it. So that kind of sparked an idea in my mind, sparked a light bulb, and it made me like go, okay, let me make a YouTube. Let me think more business wise on what I want to do. Another YouTuber, because there's plenty of them. Another YouTuber was this cat. His Instagram I think is Wise Locks, but the YouTube is Zaylock 20. I can't remember, bro. Zaylock 20 something. You just type in Zaylock, ZAYLOC. You'll find it. He pretty much helped me out with the spirituality and stuff like that. So I think that's really what it was. I reached out to YouTubers who are like in the same mindset as me, where I can flare up my passion, and then it turned out to where I started making YouTube videos on smoothie tutorials.
And like when it comes to making your dream and turning that into a reality and making that your job, your occupation, you gotta participate and attain the skills that are necessary. So let's say you're good with money and you love dealing with people. You might want to become a financial advisor, but in order to do that, you have to have certain certifications. So now you got to search for programs. And I think this is also more so for those that, apart from going to a bigger school, which can be expensive, You might want to look for a trade school, which aren't as expensive. But when it comes to all schooling, there are grants and scholarships out there for minorities, for blacks, for anybody. There's scholarships, and you want to take advantage of those. Like anything that is free money towards your education, take advantage of it. Education is so important, and I know that like school can seem very blah blah blah, which I've been there, trust me, where I'm just like, what is the point of me learning this? But there's something that you can take that is beneficial. And like for me, it was those strenuous writing classes. I was in AP program where the class load was college level work, and I was in high school being a 10th and 11th grader doing these hard writing courses. But now what I've gained from that, because I love to write, even though those courses were hard, I'm a great writer now, and I can use that to my benefit. I can write up drafts for people, I can songwrite for people, ghost write. So you want to find what it is that you're good at and search for those programs. That's the best advice that I could give in regards to that.
What methods are you interested in trying that you haven't tried yet to finding more about your passion?
Methods that I am getting ready for as far as finding out what my passion is about. I'm getting ready to go to school to be an esthetician, to get my license. I want to learn about all the chemicals that go on the skin that could possibly damage the skin or renew the skin. I want to be able to do eyebrow waxings, microblading, lashes, and I want to be licensed for all of that because it's very important. If you can get licensed for whatever it is that you're passionate about, go and get licensed. Because it's people that won't even look your way if you're not licensed. And that's what I'm working on right now.
So, there's two things. The one thing that I think would help me in the long run as far as being beneficial would be a website redesign or a website overhaul. One of those. But that's what I'll call a minor change. The major change is exposure. More exposure, more platforms to speak and to motivate people. That will trigger word of mouth, and that will in turn trigger me being able to climb new heights towards the future. So that's pretty much the top two ones. I'd say a website redesign or overhaul as a minor, but the major one would be greater exposure on greater platforms so that I can reach new heights in motivating people.
I don't really know much because in a way I'm not one for trying a bunch of many different methods that could possibly work. I would like to focus my efforts on the few that have given results to others and focus on that, not putting my egg in every basket, but keeping my eggs within a certain few.
Methods I would say I would try. I would say read more books, study more on just photography as a whole. I don't read too many books on photography like that, but I think that'll probably be a better aspect to help me with photography that I haven't tried too much of. Also, if I probably went to a university level, I'll probably go more in depth of photography and the art of it. So I think those two things would probably be something I would like to try, maybe.
Excellent question. So mainly what comes to my mind, since I'm into making whole food smoothies out of fruit, I like vegetables and stuff like that. For me, it would be to travel. It would be to travel somewhere where it's warm, where there's exotic fruits that, people may not even know about. I'd say Jamaica, straight up. But due to the COVID-19 stuff going on, we'll have to see. But that's primarily where I want to go. And if I can't leave the States because of COVID, then I'll travel to Miami, and then, from there, just maybe find people who have the same interests as me in fruit, to use for the smoothies. So Yeah, the main thing that I would do to get my passion going is to travel. Travel to different areas and networking with people who are in the same, field and like-minded just like me. Good question.
So I am now the small business owner of Rostama's Kitchen, like mentioned before. And again, follow me on Instagram to stay updated. I also have a Twitter and Facebook where I will keep you updated with all my releases. I make organic products, I do catering and natural hair maintenance services. So speaking of natural hair maintenance services, I am self-taught. I do not have a certification. However, I know that I could make more money and be more credible if I do get a certification. So that is something that I'm going to be working on in the near future to get certified so that I can do more and make more money.
Now we get to the good stuff now. What were your personal thoughts of season 1 of the B.A.E, and who do you think can benefit from watching the show? And you don't have to do me no favors. Just tell me how it is. Alright guys, hit the clip.
My personal thoughts on the Black Aphrodite Experience, I feel like it's great. It's a great platform to have, and I am proud of the both of you. You guys are really going to help pique inspiration in people of all ages. I feel like the show is good for people of all ages. Everyone can learn something from watching the Black Aphrodite Experience. You're never too old to learn something new, and it's never too late to find your passion or to switch your passion.
Oh boy. Question 7. My thoughts on season 1 of the B.A.E, Black Aphrodite Experience. Whew-wee, it was funny. Like Trevor Noah funny. Y'all know who Trevor Noah is, right? Trevor Noah is like a super famous comedian, right? That's what season 1 of the B.A.E was like. It was just hilariously funny. You will laugh. I guarantee it. But you'll also learn things that you really need to know and that are extremely crucial for your development in life, from a career, working, school, whatever standpoint, for whatever lane that you're in life at the moment. So you'll learn a lot, but you'll also laugh a lot. And I think that's what season 1 of the B.A.E, Black Aphrodite Experience was for me, and what I feel like it'll be for everybody who watches it.
I think it's a very good show that would definitely benefit the youth, mainly colored youth of nowadays, because of a lot of the influences now is really through social media and things that they read online. It's tough for kids nowadays to really come up with their own thoughts about certain things, because it's so easy to get influenced by, so like I said, social media and other online facets. It's nice to have at least a kind, caring person who's insightful to be that person for them to actually, listen to and believe in. And it helps you find your passion, so that's definitely great for young adults growing up now.
Season 1 of the show is actually very great. I believe that a lot of entrepreneurs can benefit from this show. It gives them a platform to showcase their work and showcase them as a artist entrepreneur. I think that this is a great show for anybody to come and just basically express their stories and express their skills and their craft, so they can encourage others to do what they're doing.
My personal thoughts for real is very positive. Trying to articulates well, and she's touching topics that as young adults we need to think more about, like our future career and all that. And I just like the energy from it. You know, it's very positive. And, you know, I just want to tell her to just keep it up. You know what I mean? Keep it up. It's definitely a positive outlet. Yeah, if y'all watching this video somewhere else, like, you know, subscribe to the channel. It's dope.
So after tuning in to the Black Aphrodite, I really think it is a great way to connect with the community and to give business owners like myself an opportunity and a platform to promote and just a way for us to connect. Because when it comes to doing business, especially for small business owners, we rely on a platform like this. We rely on social media, and we rely on people to share our content. Even if it's not something you need right now, somebody else out there that you share it to on your friends list might be looking for something that business is providing, or a service that is being provided. So I just definitely, like, I even think this whole discussion is really just about having a dream, having a passion, and taking something that you love and making it your career, making it your lifestyle, making it your life. Because I mean, nothing is more fulfilling than that. Waking up every day, doing something that you love. Of course, with everything in life, there's going to be obstacles, but when it comes to something that you love, it's always worth it. It is always worth it. And as far as the youth, you guys, it's definitely important, I say, to keep that spark of a child. Children have big imaginations, and I feel like as an adult, we get stressed, and that's just from everyday life stress, paying bills and responsibilities. But you should always have that spark to dream, to say, oh, I want to do this, and I know I'd be happy if I do this. So whatever that might be, hold on to it and take that and just make it your reality. You can do it.
I want to thank everyone that just I want to thank you all for watching the show and like giving you actual feedback. And for you all to know, I did not pay them to like say all those things, but that is all the things they had mentioned is the things I had hoped the show to become and to be a platform to be able to do. And the fact that they actually was able to see it themselves while watching the show. And I actually heard from other people who didn't participate in this in my discussion episodes. They also said something similar, and that is what I have hope. The only thing I would say was a bonus was that a lot of people found it comical. Okay, I mean, I am funny sometimes, but I don't think I'm a comedian. And y'all thought Kaya was a hilarious in the whole season. Just wait until next week. Y'all about to see the bloopers, the whole part of the bloopers that I edited out. Because the ones that y'all saw is the ones I was able to edit it out. So I said, forget this. I told her she's going to look crazy in some of the episodes. You know, a lot of the episodes. But she didn't care. She still did what she did. And what y'all know? Well, I know it made the show comical. And, like, you guys loved it. So, as the third and last episode, I want to have the episodes just showcasing all the comical parts. Cause just wait the next week, and now I'm gonna have her update. Cause I'm gonna ask her like, but why did you do that? Like, you know, we had the camera on. And if I'm gonna let y'all be able to say what y'all want to say, of course, respectfully, in the comment section next week as well. But back to the questions. So, what advice do you have for the younger generation, or for someone who is still looking for that passion to see what their calling is? What do you have for those individuals?
I would say to the younger generation, and the younger people watching the show, that don't focus too much on trying to find your passion, feeling like you're running out of time. You need to hurry up and figure out what career path you want to take, what you want to do in life. Don't stress yourself on that. Because it'll definitely come to you. Your passion will come to you. You'll figure it out. I think most importantly, the first step in finding your passion is to find yourself, to figure out what you like and what you don't like and who you are internally, and what you stand for. Once you figure out those things, it will be easy for you to find your passion because you won't be easily influenced. You won't say, hey, let me not do this. You won't be intimidated by certain things because you know who you are, what you're capable of. Nobody will be able to tell you, oh, that's not for you. I don't think you can do that, because you'll know, like I said, what you're capable of. You'll be able to experience all the things that you need to experience without curveballs in order to find your passion. And your passion will come to you. Like, let your passion find you. Go out in this world, experience different things, take different classes for any and everything that you're interested in. Once you're in the class or once you're reading about it and you realize, I don't like this, boom, you know that's not your passion. Move on to the next thing.
Let me ask you a question. What if you didn't have to find your calling? I know, right? It's possible. See, sometimes you don't have to find your calling. Sometimes your calling is revealed to you by God, or it's revealed to you by life circumstances, just like the open mic stage was for me. What else? I would say don't rush. It takes time before one's dream is fully realized. I spoke in open mic scenes for 3 years, calendar years actually, from January to December, and I amassed over 1,700 speaking engagements, pretty much, one Sunday out of each month for 3 years before I really hit the big time and was able to get on different people's platforms. So don't rush. It takes time. And then lastly, your journey is your journey. Don't compare yourself to other people, because then it'll take way longer for your career paths and for your interests to actually develop, versus if you just trust the process, trust God, and, let things flow naturally. So that's what I would say to motivate those who haven't found their calling yet.
I would say follow your heart. You'll get so many and so much advice from friends, family, and adults that pretty much will try to tell you how to live your life. And I gotta say, always take it with a grain of salt. Do not just blindly follow what the adults or even your parents tell you, because yes, they have the best intentions for you, but they are speaking from older times. They're speaking from a different generation. So yes, some of the things they say may be good, it may help you out and, may be smart, but at the same time, it may not fit the generation right now. So it's always good to take it with a grain of salt, and also utilize the elective classes at your colleges and in high school. And just, if you seem interested in it, give it a try. You never know how it could feel. You may feel embarrassed about trying it in the first place, but it's always good to feel embarrassed and to get embarrassed trying something. And then you find out that you love it, that your love for whatever you're doing trumps that embarrassment. And then as you grow and as you, fill out the rest of your life, there you go. You already discovered your passions from the beginning, because you took that risk and you took that step that you wanted to do, not from what other people were telling you to do. So definitely take advantage of your school, your high school, or your colleges, electives and extracurricular activities. That'll help you find your passion.
My personal advice would say, find the right people that is in your profession. Make sure that you are mindful of who is in your circle, in your team. Make sure that you are focused on the goal that you want to set for yourself. don't be so easily influenced by people on social media because everything is perception. Um, Continue to grind for what you want to do in life and not what others want for you to do. I would encourage people to also not live by comparison of what you may see other people do. Just focus on the path that you have set for yourself and not worry about what anybody else's opportunities are, because everybody's opportunities are yours. So I'll continue to just say, stay encouraged and continue to not give up.
The main advice I would give to someone that's young and trying to figure out their passion is to take it serious. You know what I mean? Take it serious. Find ways of, getting into activities or joining groups. Like, not everything's digital. You can download something called the Meetup app, and you just type in your interest, and it shows, all the groups and where they meet at, who have the common interests as you. So I would say, hold on to that dream and find ways to bring it true. You know what I mean? That's the main thing I would tell the youth. And most importantly, if you feel it, like, in your heart that that's what you really want to do, don't get misguided by, friends or family. Stick to your dream. You know what I mean? Stick to your dream and manifest it. And I would just say be patient. It takes a while to start a business or get something going. That's an idea. But the main thing is to be consistent and just have that faith that God will guide you to meeting that dream that you have in your mind. And most importantly, when you're going to college, pick classes that you feel will work for you, because when you're in college, now you're in control of your career path. You're in control of how your grades come out. You're in control of everything. Like, your parents aren't with you if you leave home for college. So just be aware of that. You know what I mean? Make sure that you think out your majors. Make sure you think out your major first. Don't just get a major because it's popular. You know what I mean? Like, don't get a major to become a doctor if you don't like blood. You know what I mean? Because that's what you're going to deal with. Don't get a major don't get a major in business if you're not serious about making a business. Don't get a major in something that just sounds good. You want to get something for you. And nowadays, you don't necessarily need to go through a whole curriculum of college. It's just a matter of getting a certification in something or going to trade school. So don't get caught up in that whole fantasy of college and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, when you're in college, you're working most of the time. And if you're irresponsible, you're going to fail. And it's like all your parents' money or your money is down the drain. So that's my advice for the youth. Like, once you have a vision and it's positive, hold on to it. Take it serious. Be consistent. And don't let people sway you from doing something you don't want to do. So that would be my final advice for the youth.
As far as the youth, you guys, it's definitely important, I say, to keep that spark of a child. Children have big imaginations, and I feel like as an adult, we get stressed, and that's just from everyday life stress, paying bills and responsibilities. But you should always have that spark to dream, to say, oh, I want to do this, and I know I'd be happy if I do this. So whatever that might be, hold on to it and take that and just make it your reality.
So I hope you guys took notes of all of that, because those were great advice. Some things that I didn't even consider, like the fact that a few of you guys mentioned to you don't have to find your passion, basically let the passion find you. I always went to the find your passion part, because it always registers me, you have to pull in action to get the results. You can't just sit there and think things come to you. But the way that they have said it, I definitely understood where they were coming from, and those are it's really understandable, because as you do all these activities, it's just gonna click with you, and technically the talent and the skill and your passion just found you. So it was a good perspective. I'm glad I had all these guys like come with different advice, telling you to like getting a mentor, trying new things. And like I mentioned in like a couple episodes in season 1 of the B.A.E was to like choose your elective. Like, you think it's fun, just try out because you might like it. Like, don't always like look at the cover of the book and think it's not for me. Just try it because like you might even like it. You just might like it and want to even do more with it. So I want to like personally thank my guests. You guys were amazing, and like as you guys see, that I had like a well diverse group, and we all in Maryland, for the most part, besides one. And like they gave like their story, and like there was some things I didn't even know about they was trying to do. Like I knew they had passion for some of the things, but I didn't even know that they wanted to like make it, like go back to school, get the certificate to make it like make them of the actual official for that career. Like, so I'm like, that's amazing. Like, so just like you, I hope you have learned a lot of things from my friends, but I also learned from them too. And I'm the one hosting this show. So I think it was a win-win for everyone. Now I want to give the time to give my friends the time to like showcase their businesses, or like to showcase like things they've been working on as projects, and like how you can connect with them, because they also into networking, and like I think it's the best platform to like network with other people, especially if you looking for people of color, small businesses period. It's a great way to just start. So now is the time where I let them take the role and tell me about their businesses and how you connect with them, and like definitely go to the description box so that you actually click on the links and book them, because they're quite professional. I know firsthand. So here is where I let my friends who have businesses share their businesses and their networks, so you guys can like connect with them after this episode. And don't forget to go to the description box, because all their information will be there too. So it's easy access for you. See you when they finish.
If you guys would like to know a little bit more about me and see what I do on a day-to-day basis, I do have my own YouTube channel. I'm getting ready to transition it into makeup and story time, hence the library you see behind me. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. My Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube all are under the same name, which is Linear, Lianear, 3 underscores. My Facebook is Ariel Fowler, and I also do have a portfolio page for my makeup. You can book me through my portfolio page. Pricings and everything is on the page. I am very affordable. I do give discounts, and I do work within your budget. That Instagram page is Define Beauty. It's DEFIN.EBEAUTY. Thank you to the Black Aphrodite Experience for having me on the show. I appreciate you guys. I think that what you're doing is amazing, and keep up the good work, ladies.
Thank you so much, China Mone't, for giving me this opportunity to share with your YouTube channel, your listeners, and those who watch your channel, and give them motivation on what they need to do in order to find their calling in life. So, you already know what I do career-wise, because I shared that at the beginning. But for What I do in addition to that, I am the host of Life Tips Podcast. Life Tips Podcast is sponsored by Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. All you need is your phone, computer, or tablet, or phone, iMac, iPad. Either way, you just have to go to www.anchor.fm/start to get started. But Life Tips is a self-improvement show where I discuss everyday life topics and provide free tips and advice on becoming a better you. You can check out new episodes every Monday at 5 a.m. on Anchor or Apple, Spotify, Google, and other platforms. I'm also a motivational speaker. I've spoken now on 10 platforms this year in 2020 to combine with the 3 years of speaking in open mic scenes. And so, looking forward to the future. If you would like to contact me about speaking on your platform, all you have to do is email me at jonesnr94, all one word, @gmail.com. Thanks.
So far, I have 3 businesses. I have my one moment time entertainment business, my capture the moment glamour business, and my one moment management business. 2 of them are photography. One is for fashion, beauty, portrait. The other one is for boudoir and lingerie, those type things. The other one is a agency that just launched recently. Currently looking for models to be a part of that. Also, stuff I'm doing now to help advance that and continue to just gain more resources, gain more connections, more contacts with people, and continue to grow my business every year and continue to pursue my passion, then pursue what I love to do, enjoy doing, to influence others to do better and to influence others to chase their dreams and their goals. I would just say, that's something that I love to do. If you're not following me on Instagram, you can follow me at One Moment in Time, ENT, Capture the Moment .glamour, and One Moment Management, EMGMT. And that's about it.
I appreciate you, China, for interviewing me, virtually, and hopefully, like, people will like, share, and subscribe, your material, and if you want to check out my channel, Wise_Living87, WIZE_Living87, LIVIN87. Go ahead, check it out. I think y'all will like it. It's positive as well too. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.
For having me. Down below is a link to my website. You can also shop my products on Facebook or on Instagram. Right now I'm doing a 25% off the entire website sale, and with each purchase you will receive a free product. Thank you guys so much again. Peace and love.
I'm back. So guys, I'm so glad that you had took the time to watch this episode, and I hope you were inspired by all my friends because their stories is amazing. And if you didn't catch all the details and all their social media accounts and ways to connect with them, definitely just go to the description box because I put it down for you. And most of them are linked, so you can. And I put out the links for you, so you guys will be able to easily access their accounts and how to connect with them and so forth. Thanks, Aphro Kingdom. Definitely don't forget to like this video, share with others, and if you're not a subscriber yet, I don't know what convinced you not to do it, because I mean, we're already over 1,000, so like it must be a good show. Like, and as you heard from my friends and in the comment section, you can tell that people like the show. They're getting something out of it, and like I want to get people talking. Well, Aphro Kingdom, what a great discussion that we just had today. I hope you guys were inspired, took notes. And of course, went to the description box to get the information from all my friends so I can contact them for business purposes. or just a network in general. Maybe you're into the same thing and you need help in that category of those careers that my first mentioned there. And as you see, in every last one of them, they all were different. They were all in different stages. And they all found their own path within. So don't say, oh, I don't know if my state can support that kind of career or endeavor. And as you see, most of the people here, we're all in the same state and we all like doing different things. Or within the same category, but in a different style of doing. Like I'm on YouTube, other people are doing makeup, other people are doing podcasts, and some people are doing a mix of both. Like there's a way to find it. And if you haven't found it in your state, make it happen. You could be the first. Or you could be the first to bring it up to find people who's interested in that and make your own clique. So don't forget to like and share this video with others. And if you're not a subscriber, I don't know what's convinced you not to be. But as you see, it's all love here in this family. And hashtag Aphro Kingdom so I can see your posts. Bye.